everyone, I'm Vicki Bowdorf. I am a Jira Align specialist with XVM, which is a Platinum Solutions partner with Atlassian. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the changes to administrators in Jira Align after Atlassian's release of version 10.104.0. This release did just impact Jira Align instances on the continuous release track, which are typically the development or test instances at most organizations. In the release notes, Atlassian did say that we will see these changes take place in production instances, which will impact your end users on January 21st, 2022, after the release of version 10.104.2. With that, let's jump into a Jira Align instance and take a look at some of these updates. The biggest changes that we see with this release that are going to impact both administrators as well as end users is in the world of WSJF and estimation. WSJF is now going to be classified as a prioritization method. This does, of course, align Jira Align closer to the SAFe or Scaled Agile Framework methodology, which utilizes WSJF as a prioritization tactic and not an estimation statistic. From an end user perspective, they will begin seeing label changes with the WSJF fields. As you can see on this epic here, we are seeing that this specifically says WSJF prioritization. They will also see an update with that bulk estimation functionality. Now in the grids and backlogs, it will be called prioritization. This functionality operates the same. They can still edit multiple fields through this functionality. It's just now classified as prioritization. There are also a couple of updates with this on the administrator side. So let's flip back to some admin settings. Here I am in the portfolio platform settings. And if you are familiar with this view, you may realize that there is a field actually missing or a setting missing here. The setting to use WSJF with other estimation statistics is no longer available. Instead, we will manage whether or not users can utilize the WSJF prioritization fields from the details panels, and this will be true of the epic, capability, and feature work items. Now, at the bottom of the list here, at least currently at the bottom of the list, we will see this WSJF prioritization field. This can be toggled on or off if you aren't using this field at all, and you can also choose to require it. With this update, it does mean that WSJF is no longer going to be able to be utilized as an estimation statistic. If you're currently using it as one, you will be automatically switched over to using points. Your existing data will be retained, but you will be using points as your estimation statistic. That may be a good thing to bring up to your leadership and your business leaders to make sure they're aware of that change. Speaking of points, if you are currently using the Fibonacci or Power of 2 scales when it comes to points, those are being removed from the instance. Now, whenever we are using points, we will just have an open text field. Of course, your users can still utilize those scales in their estimation process outside of the tool, but in the tool, they will need to type in that number in that open text field. Atlassian has said they updated this functionality in the tool to make Jira Align and Jira Software sync better together. Now, instead of taking that Fibonacci scale in Jira Align and converting it into straight points back into Jira Software, they will be exactly equal. 1 point in Jira Software will equal 1 point in Jira Align. We do expect that this will be a good source of clarity for both the end users as well as administrators. Also in the realm of estimation conversions, Jira Align will now be converting our estimation statistic into the other statistics available in the background and storing that information in the database. These conversions can be set up under the estimation conversions setting here in the portfolio platform settings. And then what end users are going to be able to do is on their grids and backlogs, they will be able to actually add in multiple columns of estimation statistics and compare them. This will be very useful for users and organizations who are on the path to using a single estimation statistic throughout their organization, but aren't quite there yet. This release also has some good news for any administrators working with a Jira Software Cloud instance syncing to a Jira Align instance. If you are working with this configuration, you've probably come across the bug that prevented Jira Align from reading Atlassian Cloud users' emails unless they updated their profile, their individual profile, to read that anyone could see their email address. This, if they did not update it, would cause what you see on my screen here. A duplicate user would be created and you would not be able to read their email. It would look like a string of numbers and letters. Atlassian in their release notes has said that this bug has been fixed, and they have also implemented a little bit of automation to help admins clean this up once that fix is fully released. Atlassian has also made some changes to their API 2.0. First, they have added in get, post, put, or patch functions against custom fields. This is a really exciting update. We are really looking forward to this at XVM, and really the opportunity that this allows for us to work with customers to customize their Jira Align integrations. Additionally, we are going to be able to modify the intake set and case development fields. Those are both located on the portfolio epics. We will be able to perform get functions against the links section, and 16 financial fields are now accessible in the API as well. Those exact fields are listed out in the release notes, which we've linked in the description below. A temporary update with this release was to the objectives tree. As you can see on my screen here, I just have a screenshot of this functionality right now. This actually only lived in the Jira Align instances on the continuous release track for about a week to allow the Jira Align team to continue testing with it, and they said that it will be rolling out officially in the coming months. Even though this only lived in our instances for a short time, it's still really exciting to see these updates. The Jira Align team have pulled some functionality from the Team Central tool that was created by Atlassian to update this UI to really call attention to the overall status of our objectives. They said they have also updated the status options for objectives, and we really hope to see even more added functionality with objectives throughout 2022 as well. The release notes also had over a dozen defect fixes. Again, the release notes are linked in the description below if you want to dig through any of these. That is it for the updates that we have from the release of version 10.104.0. Hopefully this has been a good preview for you. We have also made a second video from the user perspective of all of the updates end users can expect to see. Please feel free to check that out as well as pass that on to any of your end users. Thank you very much for watching and good luck on your Jira Align journey.